What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're gonna love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
Recording.
Oh, recording started.
I hope Mom and Dad can't hear us.
It's official. Wow.
Okay. All right, ready?
Go ahead.
Welcome to the F1 Underground Podcast, the brand new podcast from the Underground Network, focusing on all things Formula One. My name is Casey, and I'm your host, along with my guest, Owen. Today, we're going to take some time to talk about preseason testing, our first race of the 2023 season, and make some season predictions. Let's get started. Yeah, can you see that?
Whoa, Prix, look at this.
All right, we're going to start off
This is
recapping.
fantastic.
Stop talking. We're going to start off by recapping preseason testing, which obviously was last weekend in Bahrain. Overall, recap of preseason testing. First thing, how good Aston Martin looked.
Oh, very good.
A little threatening. A little
Yes.
threatening. I saw today Alonso's quoted saying that based on their times when they did a race sim, they were faster than Ferrari.
Yeah, so I was reading something today, and I was on the F1 website, and they have an article just like covering like 5 things from preseason testing, and they have 2 graphs on there that I thought were really cool. But it's qualifying simulation pace, and I guess these are just like throw stats in a computer and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also race simulation pace. So for qualifying, they have Red Bull leading, obviously. They have Mercedes 0.28 seconds behind them.
For real?
They have Ferrari 0.29 seconds behind
Whoa.
them. So that's essentially just a tie right there.
Yeah.
And then the next one is Aston Martin at 0.46 behind them. So and then the same kind of pattern follows with the race simulation pace, but there's one slight change. It's Red Bull still leading, Ferrari 0.10 seconds behind them, or 0.1 second behind them, my bad. And then Mercedes 0.27 seconds behind them. And then again, Aston Martin 0.54 seconds behind them. So it's not just you and I who notice that Aston Martin looks really, really good. It's officials too. I mean, it's experts.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I was watching, I forget which day it was, maybe the last day, and I think it was Crofty, and he literally said he thinks Aston Martin will be the best of the rest.
I think they will
Far
definitely
ahead of everyone else in the rest.
I think they'll definitely lead the midfield, and I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, depending on crashes and issues with cars and everything, like they have a solid chance of maybe winning a couple races. You know, I mean, that's if obviously they hold true to what these simulations are playing out and everything, and if they
the
hold
race
true
could be a
to.
totally different story, but
Yeah,
still, could you imagine if Fernando Alonso's on the podium?
I mean,
F1 world might blow up a little bit.
I think people would be very happy with that. But yeah, I mean, it would definitely be interesting to see, considering, I mean, you could be lap 50 out of a 57 lap race and your car just shuts off. So, I mean, it's for
Ferrari.
Bahrain. Yeah. Yes, Ferrari. For Bahrain, especially,
Red Bull and Bahrain, how they both just
they like, that's the thing. They could both just shut off in an instant, and there goes, like, Aston Martin could just scoot on by.
Here comes Lance Stroll.
Yeah.
With his 2 broken wrists.
His 2 broken wrists. He's gonna be screaming as he tries to turn the car wheel.
I don't know how he's gonna do it. I don't know how he's gonna do it.
He shouldn't. He should not do it.
No.
He shouldn't do it.
All right, moving on. The confidence of Red Bull. You just watching them during preseason, it's like they hadn't have a care in the world because they're ready and you're not questioning anything.
And I think that is definitely even more like marketed by Max not doing the 3rd session of preseason. Like
he did all first day. Apparently he drove like
He did
the amount of miles the first day.
he did all the first day. He did all the second day, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe like
No, he did the morning of the second day or the
All right.
afternoon. Yeah.
So the morning of the second day, but he didn't do anything day 3. He didn't
No.
get in a car day 3. And it's like that speaks to his confidence in the car and also Red Bull's confidence in a car. Now I know that they had Checo still out on the track and everything, and they're still
even looked scary good.
right. And it's like they're getting the data the fact that they got the data that they wanted within 2 sessions with Verstappen, and the fact that he already feels comfortable enough with the car 2 sessions in should be like not a threat, but like a warning to everybody. Like everybody should look at that and be like, oh crap. Yeah. Like, and they look fantastic. And that definitely, we're going to do this later, but that definitely played a piece in my predictions for the race and also season predictions.
Anything else? Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. I think I saw something else today too. I believe it was from Red Bull. I'm drawing a blank. I should have saved the tweet saying that Red Bull was saying they know where Mercedes is at and what they look like, but they have no clue what Ferrari's looks like, which scares them because Ferrari literally really didn't do much, but now it has come out that the car is it's more in Carlos's driving style than it is Leclerc's, but
right, which I will also touch on that later too with predictions and everything.
Touchy subject.
It is a touchy subject.
Yeah, but they look crazy confident. I mean, could they have a Bahrain like last year? You never know. Where that 16 and Drive to Survive with the 2 Ferraris.
I want that. I want that picture framed.
I know
it's such a good picture of just, and especially you have both of them too. It's not like it's like one and you have like a Haas in the background, like blowing up, ruining the picture. But you have both of them, and you have Checo walking back to the car really slow.
The fact that Checo's out of the car also, which
makes it look so much better.
Yeah, 10 times better. All right, next, how awful McLaren looked.
I mean, the only big thing that I got from their preseason, their testing and everything, is Lando Norris needs to get out of that team.
Oh, he needs to get out of that team. I need the Red Bull rumors to come true, and that Horner wants Norris so bad. I need him to come true.
He needs to get out of that team, and I think he could do so much better with another team. I mean,
he wasn't the greatest when he was not with Red Bull. I mean, he was good, but he wasn't the top of the.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing. Like, this is a sport that a lot of talent resides in the drivers, and they need to be the people to work the car and win the races. But if you're driving a bad car, you're not going to succeed. So it's like that's literally like the whole time I was watching them, I was like, McLaren just looks so bad. And the only thing that went through my mind was just Lando's got to get out of here. And I don't know like what his contract is and everything. I'm cracking up because I'm looking at an article right now and it's Lando literally just like looks so mad.
I saw an interview with Ted after, and it was not the normal Lando you see in an interview after. He wasn't cracking jokes. He literally was like, okay, thank you, and walked away. I mean, there was that rumor that Will Buxton saw him punch a wall, but then Will Buxton statement out saying that it could have been taken out of context, but I wouldn't be surprised if Lando really did punch a wall.
It's the correlation from their preseason to him punching the wall is not a big like jump to be like, oh, he's punching the wall out of anger. That's not a hard thing to guess or say. Like,
no.
I mean, they really need to figure their stuff out. I mean, they are currently.
Yeah, well, you saw right after I texted you right after their car launch. It was like a few hours later they came out saying they weren't happy with the car that they launched.
Yeah, and also,
how do you do that?
How do you like? I don't know if it was like I can't remember if it was in the text that you sent me or anything, but like, how do you have your first car launch or your car launch for the season? The big moment of like, look at our cool car,
and like anniversary year for them also. Like it's not
anniversary year. Look at our cool car. Here's what we got going for us this season.
Driver.
Yeah. By the way, we're not too happy with the car. And you're like,
by the way, we hate it.
How do you do that on launch day? Like,
it was. Their launch was kind of boring also. So
they are currently looking at the same graph as earlier. McLaren is 4th to last, only above Williams, Haas, and AlphaTauri. And then for race simulation, and they are 3rd to last in qualifying simulation. Only people below them are Alpine and Williams. Haas is right above them.
Oh, wow.
Which I would love. I want Haas to have such a good year. Something about Gunther Steiner. I love him so much.
Drive to Survive.
He is. He literally is. And I remember watching season 1 of Drive to Survive, and I was like, Nick and I, when we watched it, we were like, we love him. He's so funny, and he just the way he got so mad, and it seemed like every bad thing that happened to Haas, and it was just like there's something like obviously being there, it's not funny, but like watching it, we're cracking up. But I love Haas. I would love for them to have a great year.
Oh yeah, you saw how excited, especially with K-Mag at the end of last season, getting that pole position.
Oh my God, yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't the best scenario, but still, could you imagine?
Pole position and then immediately losing it within the first turn.
I knew it.
First turn.
As soon as those lights went off, he was going. Ding.
Oh yeah.
It was over.
It was nice while it lasted.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice while it lasted. He has an adorable family. All right, next, I have noted here that no one seems to be porpoising like crazy like last year, but I do remember now, I'm thinking about it, watching preseason, Alpine was literally, there was a clip of Ocon, S1 Ocon, literally going like this.
Just bouncing up and down?
Yeah. I was like, that would be painful.
I didn't see that clip, but I think episode 3 of Drive to Survive.
Episode 2.
Episode 2 covers the porpoising that everybody went through 2022. And it was nice timing because I watched it and then I was watching preseason and I had the same thought. And I was like, everybody looks a little bit more stable. I didn't see that clip of Ocon though.
It was like they were just like following him for a little bit and he was dead on and he was just bouncing. But I don't think they're happy with their car either.
I did read that F1 changed the regulations to
they did
for the floor. So it's not 10 meters, it's not 10 millimeters or millimeters, maybe, I don't know. Off the ground, it's 15 now. So it's a little bit higher. So it kind of gets you away from the ground a little bit. But yeah, I'm happy that that it's not happening to anybody anymore, just because obviously you saw Lewis Hamilton last year. He was like in physical pain and limping, getting out of his car.
I knew there was issues with Mercedes, but I don't think I was paying close attention because they weren't doing well in the beginning anyway. So they weren't covered all the time, but that looked painful.
Yeah, when he got out of his car and he was literally like, you could see just like his hand on his back and he was limping the entire way up to like the media and everything. I was like, that looks like it sucks. And it's nice knowing that the FIA kind of stepped in and was like, hey, we're not going to let this happen anymore. Raise your cars up a little bit. But
and then that iconic scene in Drive to Survive with the team principal meeting.
Oh my God.
It's like I keep saying it's like watching Real Housewives of F1. Like you watch it again and again, and you look at a different team principal every time. Like they're backing up. And
I know Drive to Survive emphasizes like drama and everything, and and it's obviously this year I've seen it a lot more with just like shots that were edited certain ways and everything. But that team principal meeting went exactly as. Oh yeah,
that was not scripted at all.
You know that it went exactly that way because that's who Toto Wolff is, and he was pissed off, and he voiced his opinion about it. And
it was. Nothing about that was scripted. It was too good. It was too good.
Yeah, and I mean, it's even the fact that Toto was like, talk to Checo, like your car is bad and everything, and Christian Horner was like, oh, you're talking to my drivers now? Like, what's up with that, huh? Like,
he's like, what are you doing? Yeah, no. I also, I'm going off on one tangent. I don't know why I expected the team principal meeting to look a little more official, not just them in chairs sitting in a circle like they're in kindergarten at circle time.
Come on, kids. Everybody pull up
I
your
don't know
chairs.
what I was expecting, but
I would at least expect like they're in some sort of secluded room and like no,
Not
but
everyone
no,
can
you
walk
just
in at
had
one time.
you just had everybody could walk through with their bagel that they got for breakfast that morning. Like walk through the door and they're like, oh crap, I'm not supposed to be here. Like let me turn around and walk away.
Checo's been talking to us. Checo's like, I'm not
Yeah,
anything.
he's in the other room eating his breakfast. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, that
team meeting was fun to watch. I remember sitting there and I was looking at my phone at something, and then as soon as I heard Toto start going off, I put down my phone. I was like, what's happening?
Obviously it's hard to like stay away from spoilers for Drive to Survive because it was all last season. But like, I saw the clip of that, and so when it came up on my TV, I was like full attention. I pay. I was like, I can't miss this.
That's golden.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you noticed from?
No. Like I said, I'm happy that all the teams are not dealing with the porpoising issue anymore. I think it'll make for better races and everything. Obviously, with people, not struggling from that.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see what Aston Martin can do.
I'm excited.
I have this really, really horrible feeling that we're sitting here and we're saying, "Oh, Aston Martin looked really good," and then in Bahrain and
gonna go downhill.
Race 2 and 3, it's gonna go right down the trash chute. But I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful. I think, like I said, Red Bull looks so dominant and
it's what they can be.
Like, they're so ready to roll and just ready to steamroll everybody.
Yeah,
that it's almost scary. I think.
And almost like, please no, because like you want a good fight to the end.
Oh yeah, you won.
Last season, when you had the last few races, you knew who won.
Yeah, you knew.
You're like, well, okay, well, like, why am I watching?
Yeah, I mean, you want the back and forth between Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz. Like you want that.
Like
Sainz,
the beginning of last season. That's what made it so good at the beginning of last season.
Yeah, if Leclerc, wins this race, he jumps ahead of Max. And then if, Max wins the next one, then he jumps back ahead. And it's just like that back and forth. But I definitely think that they look dominant. They look ready to roll. I do have to wonder, and I really do have to wonder, like, did they do it for a little bit of a show? Like,
probably. I mean, it's Christian Horner. Probably.
It's true. I trust that their car is fast enough that they didn't. And obviously Max and Checo are both good enough drivers that they didn't do it for a show. Yeah,
you could put Max probably in a Haas and he could win. So
yeah, but there's part of me that just wonders, like, did Red Bull just say, hey, we're not going to put you in for session 3 for Max just because, like,
to freak everyone out,
play a little mind games with people, because that's something that they would honestly do. That's something that they would definitely do.
Yeah, that's great. I also am excited to see, obviously there's a bunch of new tires, and I tried paying close attention when they were talking about the tires in preseason testing, especially the wets, because then you don't have to have a Suzuka moment like last year where they have to stop.
Yeah.
Or Monaco, they have to stop. They can keep going. And honestly, when they spray behind, it makes for a great picture. So
it does. It's a very good point.
Yeah. Makes for great pictures. But other than that, that's pretty much, I don't think anything else notable from preseason testing.
No, yeah. I think that's, yeah.
All right. You want to move on to our season predictions?
I would love to, because I think you're going to kind of hate me.
But I think you're probably going to be like, yeah, I know it. Why she's saying that.
Yes. All
right. Okay. First, top 3 predictions for the World Constructors Championship. Do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. So I have. Yeah. Okay. So top 3. First, I have Red Bull.
Okay.
For 1. I think regardless of what happens in the Drivers' Championship, I think Red Bull is just going to take it away. 2, Ferrari. And 3, I have Mercedes, but I think Aston Martin might be able to sneak in. So not be far behind. Like, I think 3 and 4 could be the battle. That could be the battle at the end of the season. Like 1 and 2, you're gonna know, but 3 and 4 could be the one that they're fighting for.
Yeah, I have. So my list is exactly the same. I have Red Bull in first, because exactly what you just said. Like, Red Bull's is Red Bull.
One's touching Red Bull.
No one's touching them. Ferrari, I have it second. And I have in third, same spot, Aston Martin or Mercedes-Benz. I think going strictly off of preseason, Aston Martin will win.
Yeah.
Aston Martin will get that third, and that would be huge for them.
And you think about it, we haven't even seen Lance Stroll drive the car.
Yeah, you're right.
Someone that wasn't fully used to the car.
Yep.
That didn't do like whatever I'm lost for the word. They had like not testing, but they drove like a few miles, I think, or a few laps at Silverstone. Maybe not Silverstone, but
oh yeah,
there was like one day where a bunch of teams were there like throughout. But
yeah,
Lance Stroll, I'm pretty sure drove the car then, and then Alonso. So you haven't even seen Lance Stroll.
I mean you're 100% right. It's going to be, at least I'm hoping it's going to be a close battle between Mercedes and Aston Martin, which is so weird to me because if you would have told me 2 years ago that Mercedes would have been competing with Aston Martin for third,
I'd be like, oh, what?
Yeah, I'd be like, you're lying.
Yeah.
And if you would have said that and said, oh yeah, but Lewis Hamilton is still one of the drivers, like,
yeah,
if you said to me that, and I've been like, oh, so Lewis Hamilton left, like he left the team and just hasn't been dominating, but nope, Lewis Hamilton's still a driver, and we're talking about Aston Martin and Mercedes-Benz competing
with the Strolls.
Yes.
And Fernando Alonso's still in the sport.
Yes, and Fernando Alonso's still in the sport.
All right, moving on. Top 3 in the World Drivers' Championship. Oh no!
This is where I think you're gonna get mad at me.
All right, want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay, mine's kind of it's thought out, but so I think I'm gonna go for it. Screw it. I'm wearing the jacket. I'm gonna say Leclerc's number 1.
That makes sense.
Unless all hell breaks loose, which you never know.
It did last year.
I have trust in Fred. Okay. And then second, Max, which I don't think is going to be by many points.
Yeah.
And then third, I have Checo, or you never know, it could be Sainz as well, but I do think it'll probably be Checo. So I'll say Leclerc, Verstappen, Checo, Perez.
Okay.
All right, am I still going to hate you?
Yeah, you're still going to hate me.
You're not even going to have Ferrari in the 3.
So, no, I do.
No.
So I have, number 1, I have Max Verstappen. I think going strictly off of preseason, I think that's the safest bet. I think that, like we talked about, it's Red Bull. They're dominant. Max is a very good driver. That's my safe bet, right? Number 2.
Oh, no.
I have Carlos Sainz.
Oh!
Because
news about the car?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going off of the fact that they have said the car is built more towards Sainz.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see them not shifting gears to Sainz being the number 1 driver and Leclerc being the number 2 driver. I can, however, see them, especially with, I'm going to butcher his name, Foster.
I think you're right.
Yeah. New team principal. I think he's just going to start from like solid ground floor, just like we're gonna put you 2 out there, and whoever starts winning. Whoever starts, like, whichever way we're trending, we're gonna do that.
No, I did see it was an interview after preseason the other day with Ted again, and he was asking about team rules. They have like a first driver in place, and he literally said, he cut him off real fast. He said, no, it's because I have 2 very good drivers. So
yeah, exactly.
I could see it happening. I would hope team rules go into place, because last year they should have been in place and they weren't.
Yeah, I think, and Carlos Sainz is a good driver, and if Ferrari solve the problems that they had last year, they Sainz and Leclerc could be going very much head to head this year. Mm-hmm. And you don't want to see that because they're on the same team. You don't want them to fight on the track, but but we could definitely see that sort of back and forth of who's in second, who's in third. But just with the car, with Leclerc, I think it was Leclerc who said it, right? That the car's built around Sainz.
Yeah, he's not happy about it.
If he, to me, if he's not happy about that car, and he said it himself,
yeah,
I can see that coming into play in the really tiny moments that matter. And Carlos just driving the car a little bit better than Leclerc in some situations.
Yeah,
With that being said, I think Leclerc will come in third. I think it's going to be a Red Bull, Ferrari. Just depends on who's the Ferrari. Who's second in the Ferrari.
Yeah, here we go. It says Charles Leclerc has been dissatisfied with the SF23 so far, which is more suited to Sainz's driving style. A car with high understeer just doesn't suit Charles' style, just like it didn't 1 year ago for Max.
Yeah. See, like
Max
if he's
1 year ago.
and if he's saying that, because like to me that also then plays into like his mindset going into Bahrain. Like if he's going into Bahrain with this car is built more towards Sainz and there were no changes done to it, like after preseason testing, they were like, we're not touching the car. Like we're not going to touch it at all. This is what you're going into Bahrain with. I can see that sitting in his head. And
yeah, but I also think like last year there was rumors, or there weren't even rumors. It came out last year that they started at the end of last season taking the car and turning it more into a car suited for Carlos. And I think Leclerc just might be, my favoritism isn't coming through. I think Leclerc just might be a little more adaptable because he was still placing on the podium once they got the reliability issues a little under control.
That's true. Yeah.
But so I guess it's literally, I feel like a toss up with those two.
I think at a minimum, it's going to be
top three and someone could be at the very bottom.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very, very close. But yeah, my picks are Verstappen number 1, Carlos Sainz number 2, Charles Leclerc number 3, and I have surprise appearance in the top 5, George Russell.
Oh no, I 100% see it.
Yeah, I can.
See it.
I think he did a really good job last year in Mercedes. I think hopefully, like I said, Mercedes.
I hope they start better than last year.
Yeah, gets back on the horse this year, starts winning some points again. Not that they did horrible last year, but obviously they weren't at the same level they used to be. So I could easily see him getting top 5 position. Yeah. Lewis, and it might even be like Verstappen, like the fight for second and third between Carlos and Charles, and then it might be the fight for 4th and 5th with Lewis and George, which I think would be fantastic. That would be really fun to see.
No, I think I could see George outscoring Hamilton again because I think it's going to be 2-2 Red Bull, Ferrari, however you put them 1 through 4.
Yeah,
and I could see George. He is, I think, the future of Mercedes, but
he would definitely. I mean,
also going back to if Ferrari starts having Carlos as first driver, it's I think Leclerc's contract's up after 2024, and Toto's I think already said he would take him. So but I don't know how that would work with George and Leclerc.
That would be a very interesting move.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be fun though.
Yeah,
that would be fun though. I would. Ooh.
You're getting excited.
What color is Leclerc's helmet? Do you know?
For this season, it's red and white. Because it's the flag. It's the Monaco flag.
Could you imagine that though? The red and white, the black car. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now I kind of want this to happen.
Yeah, because it's always going to be red and white.
Yeah.
It is Monaco through and through.
I would like to see that happen. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Standout performance. I think we've kind of already said 2. I was trying to think of the rest of the grid. I have noted Aston Martin, but we harped on them already. They are just scaring me.
Yeah, that's fair.
As Fernando Alonso said, well, you didn't get there yet, but as he said in Drive to Survive, someone's always got to be the villain. But yeah, I think Aston Martin definitely for sure. They looked good during preseason, especially Logan Sargent, but Williams didn't look bad. I could see them moving up. I kind of hope they move up.
I'm gonna pick Williams for the standout performance, strictly off of the fact that I love the way their car looks.
With the battery on top, the Duracell battery.
Whoever designed that, genius. First of all, creative genius. But the blue.
Yeah.
I just love the color that it is, and every time, like watching preseason, I would just see it on the track, and it looks good. You're right, it stood out, and it was just like so. I'm picking standout performance Williams.
Okay, you can
Strictly
take
off the fact that I really like their car.
You can take
Probably-
Williams. I'll stick with my Aston Martin.
Probably because my car's blue. So there's the correlation.
Yeah,
but-
true. You kind of have a car that matches. Just with the Red Bull Honda.
Yeah.
All right, rookies. Who do you think's gonna have a standout performance?
This was really tough for me because
I know I kind of have two now.
I'm still not 100% like memorized on where the rookies are, which is my own fault. But
I can tell you, Logan Sargent's with Williams.
thank you.
Nick DeVries is with AlphaTauri.
And Piastri is with McLaren, right?
All right, but then you think about it. So Nick DeVries is my age.
Okay.
He's older than Max Verstappen, but a rookie.
Mm.
Formula E champ. Already once.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool.
So he's mine. I picked him as my standout. I think we already saw a glimpse of what he has last year when he drove for Williams when Albon couldn't race
Right.
in Monza and scored points and was above Latifi.
That's right. Yeah. Well, we don't talk about Nick Latifi. He is
So go Tifi.
so bad. So
yeah.
bad.
So I think we saw a very small glimpse of what he's capable of. I mean, AlphaTauri is not. I don't know what to expect from them, but I'll go with Nick DeVries. He's my number one. I think he's going to have a standout year. I think he scores the first points. Like, I can see him in the points on Sunday. I can see it. I think he makes the Q2, and then he's in the points.
This might be a hot take. I'm going to go.
I'm going to put like an alert, hot take.
Yeah, hot take. I'm going to go Oscar Piastri with McLaren.
Okay, I'm
And
with you.
We already talked about how their car is just straight dog shit, like really bad car. But if he has the level of skills and everything, there will be moments of excellence.
Yeah.
That we get like glimpses of. Maybe it's an overtake here or there that, announcers or us or anybody didn't think was really possible. Maybe it's scoring points on a race where people kind of counted them out or something. But
I feel like also he has no expectations. He doesn't know what to expect. He hasn't driven the McLaren before. He hasn't been stuck in that car.
Good for him.
So I think he's just going into it like, whatever, let's just do it.
Yeah.
See what happens.
I could definitely see some like flashes of like really good moments from him. So I'm going Piastri purely based on his driving skill and nothing to do with McLaren.
I know you do like McLaren.
Yeah, nothing to do with McLaren.
You do like McLaren. And I think Sargent, I don't really know much about to begin with, just besides that he's from Florida. Miami will be his home race, but
yeah. That's a hell of a home race.
Right. I don't really know what to expect from him. So I just know DeVries, like we said, I think we saw a glimpse. Piastri's excelled in every other F2, F3.
Right.
So yeah, I think one of those two. I mean, I did pick Oscar Piastri for my F1 fantasy team. So I did put him on.
Did I put Piastri on mine? I can't remember.
I don't know. That's like, I wish we all have to have different drivers. That's like a one little glitch about F1 fantasy.
Yeah, and like some of the drivers are completely overpriced. Like,
yeah.
Like Max Verstappen was $26 million. Like, why? That wipes away a quarter of my budget for the year, like the season. But that's
another topic.
Yeah, we could talk about that another time. But yeah, I think Piastri will have a good season. It maybe not in the points area. If you look at a piece of paper, you're going to think he had a pretty crappy season. But I will definitely keep my eye on him to see what he does and how he handles the McLaren and everything and his year.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Lando was pretty good his first. I didn't pay close attention that season.
Right.
I feel like he did pretty well.
I can't remember much about his first season either.
All I know is that him and Daniel Ricciardo were 1-2 in Monza.
Oh yes.
First year.
Yeah, I think they were. Yeah.
Cut that out. People will judge. All right, hold on.
People can judge us. Judge us then. Judge us.
I'm typing up the new scroll. Okay. On to the last one. All right, last.
Race predictions.
Yeah, quick preview on the first race of the season. It's finally here. Woo-hoo!
Thank God.
That I'm gonna keep posting and tweeting every single day. First race. We're race week. Race week. Race week.
Race week.
Race week.
And Mando week.
No.
Yes.
So yes, obviously first race of the season, Bahrain, 2023. Some quick, you saw on Instagram and Twitter, some quick fast facts. Past few days, last year, 2022, Leclerc, 2021, Hamilton, and we all know about the Bahrain first race winner curse. So go for Verstappen. Track facts, it's 15 turns with 57 laps. So not too long, but not too short.
Yeah.
And just over 3 miles long. So per lap. Lap record was set back in 2005 at the time of 131 by Pedro de la Rosa. I hope I didn't butcher that.
Nah, that's probably it.
And then also Hamilton holds the record for the most wins with 5. So just quick little fun facts. Obviously, what's it called? Practice 1 is Thursday morning for us. I think I posted today 6:30 to 7:30.
I have it on my calendar so I can look actually.
Yeah, practice 2 is 10 to 11, and then Friday morning 6:30. Oh, sorry, I totally just messed up. Friday morning 6:30 7:30 practice 1, practice 2 10 to 11.
Yep.
Saturday 6:30 7:30 practice 3.
Yep.
And then quali, good old Q1 Q2 Q3, which is 10 to 11. So
nice regular format. I like it.
yeah, and then the race we luck out 10 a.m. Sunday morning.
Which I will not be able to watch.
No, you'll be on the golf course. Thank
Yes.
God. All right, predictions. Qualifying. Let's start with qualifying.
You want me to go first?
Do we have different ones?
Yes, we have different ones.
Yeah, you go first.
All right. Qualifying. First, I have Verstappen.
On pole?
On pole is Verstappen. Again, kind of the same reason I did earlier. Safe bet.
Yeah.
I think confidence that they had a preseason. It's just going to carry over into it. On second, P2, I have Leclerc.
Mm-hmm.
And then P3, I have Sainz.
Predictable.
Yeah.
Who's for Perez?
I didn't write a 4, but yes, most likely Perez. I would definitely, probably put Perez next.
So on pole for me, I have Leclerc. I have to go with it. After last season, he set the record for the most poles. Obviously, they never really all translated, but I'm going to stick with it. I have followed by Verstappen in second, and then Perez in third.
Do you not like Carlos Sainz?
What?
Do you not like Carlos Sainz?
No, I do like Carlos Sainz. I would say Carlos is probably 4, but I think it's a lockout on Red Bull with 2 and 3. So, but we'll see. You never know.
Yeah, you're right.
Fernando Alonso could be on pole.
Maybe we'll get another Haas pole.
Yes. Can we please?
That would be fantastic. Maybe then Drive to Survive and cover it.
That'll be who gets on pole. Nico Hulkenberg.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. Race winner.
Race winners. I have Verstappen, P1.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos Sainz, P2.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What
and
is
then
happening?
Leclerc, P3.
Okay.
I think I don't know. I'm going back to
how the car is.
The car is. Yeah, how the car is. And like I said, I think that's going to carry in on Leclerc's mind that the car is more built towards the Sainz, and that's what he thinks. And it's going to show during the race. And I think that during qualifying, Leclerc will set P2 and will be fine. And then during the race, something will happen, and either Carlos will be holding faster track times and they'll tell them to swap, or
the strategy fails.
Yeah, or
they're flipping through the notebook.
Yeah, they'll screw over Leclerc again like they did all last year. But yeah, I have Sainz P2, Leclerc P3.
Okay, cool. Driver of the day. I think we're going to be the same.
Oh, no.
Ah!
Why? Who do you have?
I have Verstappen as driver of the day.
Ooh, I have Sainz.
Oh, okay.
I have Carlos Sainz.
Okay.
I think strictly that's going like literally based off my predictions of him getting P3 and qualifying and then moving up to P2 and racing, like having a good race and everything.
Cool.
I think that'll be the way it goes.
Alrighty. Do you think there'll be a new lap record? I know 2005 is pretty long for a lap record, but based on their times during preseason, some are getting pretty close.
I definitely think it could be done. That would be a hell of a way to open up the season too.
Mm-hmm.
Starting with a new lap record, but if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Verstappen.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty
Especially
well known.
If he's not winning, he's gonna go for that fastest.
Oh my god, yeah.
He's gonna go for that fastest lap.
Yeah, if he's
100%.
in P2 or P3, he will be.
And he knows his is gone. Like his chance is gone. Yeah.
He'll be pushing for it. Yeah, because he'll want to get as much points as he can. So he'll go for the additional points or point of fastest lap. So it's like, yeah, he'll definitely if he's not in first and doesn't have like a sizable lead, he'll definitely go for it. I think he'll go for it in first anyway. If he's
I mean,
in first, it'll just be a little less of a push. I think he'll be like, all right, I want to
have the pace.
Yeah, I want to get fastest lap, but I'm not necessarily like hooked on it because he's already in first. Like if he's in second, he'd definitely be. I need to get back in first, and I need to get fastest lap, and inadvertently, we might then get a new lap record just because he's pushing as hard as he can.
Yeah, it is Verstappen too. I feel like he's going to come for everyone's record. So.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'd be surprised. Already, trying to think of anything else? Anything else?
No, I'm very excited. I cannot wait to watch it after I get home from the golf course. Do not tell me who wins.
I know I won't text you.
Do not text me. I think I have to turn off my notifications for the F1 app as well.
Yeah. Yes, you probably will.
I should do that, but
yeah. All right.
No, I am excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to hear lights out and away we go. I'm ready for an exciting start.
Oh yeah.
Hope no crashes, but I hope it's wheel to wheel.
It will be.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it will be.
I need, like last year, Leclerc and Verstappen switching first and second like 6 times in the first lap or one of the laps. Like I need it again.
It will be fantastic.
Yeah. Start the season off with a bang. Because after Bahrain GP, we move on to Australia. The following week at a lovely time of 1 a.m. for us here on the East Coast.
I'm staying up.
Yes. After the party we have Saturday night, I might just come home and stay up.
Honestly.
But yes, up next week's podcast, we'll recap the Bahrain GP. Let's see whose predictions become true.
This is going to be great.
Make some bets. No, I'm not looking forward to it because you're probably always going to go through.
I will be making some bets.
Yeah, and we'll make some predictions for the Australian GP. So, Oscar Piastri's home race.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
My rookie.
Your rookie. He is on my F1 fantasy team, though.
Oh, so then you'll be rooting for him too.
Yeah. See how the points work.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. 1 second. All right. Thank you all for listening to the F1 Underground podcast. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to follow us on Instagram at UndergroundF1 and on Twitter at Underground_F1. Huge thank you to Kyle and the guys over at Underground Sports Philadelphia for helping us make the show happen. It's always been a little dream. So not a little, it's been a dream. Go give that show a follow as well. And we'll see you next time after Bahrain. Thank you.